Hi, second graders. I'm going to read this book to you. It's by Harry Allard and it was illustrated by James Marshall. If you look at the cover, the children in this classroom look very concerned. And the title of the book, Miss Nelson is Missing, is a clue to why they're concerned. Miss Nelson is their teacher, and the children do not know why she's missing. So I want to show you the back cover. It'll take a minute for it to come into focus. But this is Miss Nelson's substitute teacher, and she's come to take Miss Nelson's place. You'll find out more about both teachers as you hear this book written by Harry Allard and illustrated by James Marshall. And you'll also find out what makes this book funny and a bit surprising. Miss Nelson is Missing. The kids in room 207 were misbehaving again. Spitballs stuck to the ceiling. Paper planes whizzed through the air. They were the worst behaved class in the whole school. "Now settle down," said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice. But the class would not settle down. They whispered and giggled. They squirmed and made faces. I will tell you, I love the illustrations in this book. I think they are awesome. They were even rude during story hour, and they always refused to do their lessons. "Something will have to be done," said Miss Nelson. The next morning, Miss Nelson did not come to school. "Wow!" yelled the kids. "Now we can really act up." They began to make more spitballs and paper airplanes. "Today, let's be just terrible," they said. "Not so fast," hissed an unpleasant voice. I like this page because I think it looks like their yearbook pictures. I wonder who that voice is. A woman in an ugly black dress stood before them. "I'm your new teacher, Miss Viola Swamp." And she rapped the desk with her ruler. "Where is Miss Nelson?" asked the kids. "Never mind that," snapped Miss Swamp. "Open those arithmetic books." Miss Nelson's kids did as they were told. They could see Miss Swamp was a real witch. She meant business. Right away, she put them to work, and she loaded them down with homework. My gosh, look at what's happening here. "We'll have no story hour today," said Miss Swamp. "Keep your mouth shut," said Miss Swamp. "Sit perfectly still," said Miss Swamp. "And if you misbehave, you'll be sorry," said Miss Swamp. The kids in room 207 had never worked so hard. Days went by, and there was no sign of Miss Nelson. The kids missed Miss Nelson. They look really unhappy. "Maybe we should try to find her," they said. Some of them went to the police. Detective McSmog was assigned to the case. He listened to their story. He scratched his chin. He said, "I think Miss Nelson is missing." Detective McSmog would not be much help. Other kids went to Miss Nelson's house. The shades were tightly drawn, and no one answered the door. In fact, the only person they did see was the wicked Miss Viola Swamp coming up the street. "If she sees us, she'll give us more homework." And they got away just in time. "Maybe something terrible happened to Miss Nelson. Maybe she was gobbled up by a shark," said one of the kids. but that didn't seem likely. Maybe Miss Nelson went to Mars, said another kid, but that didn't seem likely either. I know, exclaimed one know-it-all. Maybe Miss Nelson's car was carried off by a swarm of angry butterflies. But that was the least likely of all. The kids certainly have some interesting ideas about what happened to Miss Nelson. I wonder where she might be. The kids in room 207 became very discouraged. It seemed that Miss Nelson was never coming back, and they would be stuck with Miss Viola Swamp forever. They heard footsteps in the hall. Here comes the witch, they whispered. Hello, children, someone said in a sweet voice. It was Miss Nelson. Did you miss me? She asked. We certainly did, cried all the kids. Where were you? That's my little secret, said Miss Nelson. How about a story hour? Oh, yes, cried the kids. Miss Nelson noticed that during story hour, no one was rude or silly. What brought about this lovely change? She asked. That's our little secret, said the kids. And look, if this is their yearbook picture now, I think they've straightened up their act. Back home, Miss Nelson took off her coat and hung it in the closet right next to an ugly black dress. When it was time for bed, she sang a little song. I'll never tell, she said to herself with a smile. I don't know if you noticed this, but this box that's upside down says wig. And there's a black dress and I think a fake nose. P.S. Detective McSmog is working on a new case. He is now looking for Miss Viola Swamp. So, do you have an idea about who Miss Swamp really was? There were definitely some hints in this book. Maybe, oops, right here, where Miss Swamp was coming back kind of around Miss Nelson's house. Definitely in this bedroom. Oh, there's her shoes. There's Viola Swamp's shoes. I think I might know what Miss Nelson's little secret is. There was definitely a big difference between Miss Nelson and Miss Swamp as teachers, don't you think? But when Miss Nelson asked about the lovely change in her behavior, the kids said that's their little secret. But I think their little secret might be because Miss Viola Swamp changed their attitudes about school. And they realized that maybe they had a good thing going and they shouldn't be so, disruptive and have such bad behavior when they had such a sweet teacher, especially since they realized, what kind of teacher they could be having. So anyway, I've always liked this book because it's about second graders and because they're in room 207. So I hope you liked it too. Miss Nelson is missing. Bye now.